How's it going? And I want to start off this farewell to maximum leverage slash testimonial for Dagan and the entire maximum leverage family by showing you what truly impacted me in the biggest way. And you have to understand, when I stumbled upon this web mastery, which at this was a free course Dagan was doing, and at that time it was an upsell into the maximum leverage. I got in and I've never left. But this right here is what really showed me what's possible. And the reason why I say it showed me what was possible is because you have to understand something. At this time, every place I turned were either promoting some type of system or it was promoting join my business and I'll show you what to do. So when I stumbled upon Dagan's inner circle, it wasn't like that. It was more or less like, let me show you how to run your own business if that's what you truly want to do. And I think that that's what really makes maximum leverage stand out from everybody else. Because where you had other networks and other systems promoting just simply, you don't need to learn HTML. Don't worry about that. We test and track for you. We do everything for you. Dagan, on the other hand, was saying, look, you do need to know a little bit about HTML. You do need to test and track. And this is how you have leverage in your business. Because if one of those systems go away, then your business goes with it. So as a result of that, I've been able to learn HTML, CSS. I mean, I'm somewhat of a nerd anyway, so I'm into that type of stuff. But I've been able to create my own product. I've been able to set it up on its own. And I would say that, honestly, the biggest takeaway for me was I was listening to a particular webinar Dagan was doing, and he was talking about how a lot of people are failing today because they're using the wrong system. In fact, I created a sales video around it, and the conversion rates right now are really well. And the reason why it's really well is because a lot of people don't understand that principle. And in the video, he was saying that every prospect isn't equal. So why treat them as such? So, for example, if you're promoting a $200 offer versus a $900 offer, those are two completely different mindsets. So you're going to market to them in a different way. And at the time, I didn't understand that. I was promoting to everybody the same way, and I was suffering for it. But after I heard Dagan say that on the webinar, and then he opened up his business and shows us the transactions and the results he got from the things that he do, it was like, man, it was like a paradigm shift. And I can truly say that the biggest reason why I always stay with maximum leverage is because at the end of the day, I knew that Dagan was going to answer your question, whether it was going to be, him giving you a blunt answer like, that makes no sense to me. Why would you do that? Or him saying, yeah, man, I feel you. That's what you do. Or yeah, buddy. So it was more or less like I knew, as long as I stayed with him, he wasn't going to, steer the maximum leverage family in the wrong direction just to make another sale. If something didn't make sense to him, then he was going to say, I won't do it, or I won't touch that, or, if you decide to go that way, you can let the family know your results or whatever the case may be. But he never, settled for anything less than our best. Even on the webinars, like if you're on a webinar with Dagan, then you have to participate. Because if you don't, he's going to go into this long spiel about, why you come on a webinar to do nothing. Like, participate. And that was just Dagan. So it was like he forced you to become more than who you was. So, I mean, with saying that, it's like, I don't know. Like, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm definitely going to miss the maximum leverage, miss Dagan. and the maximum leverage family bringing out, the new stats for us and things like that. But at the same point in time, I also understand that's what's happening right now. For him to be willing to, close down maximum leverage to focus on the home-based business agency, that says a lot within itself. And although he's not technically, doing maximum leverage anymore at the end of this point, we still can learn a lot from him, from the home-based business agency. So my recommendation to you would be, if you haven't joined maximum leverage, seriously, join it. Because honestly, it's only going to be two type of people. It's going to be the type of people who are in the maximum leverage and can, go to gaven stats and see what was producing results versus what didn't produce results. See where gaven fell short at, how we did to fix it, and see how he was actually building the maximum leverage as a whole. And then there's going to be those other people who say, well, I should have got in, I could have got in, but I didn't. So my simple recommendation to you is, look, I'm a security officer. That's what I used to do for a living. I used to be a security officer. When I got into the maximum leverage, all of this was completely over my head. Now, I've always been somewhat of a geek type, nerd type dude, into technology, into gadgets, things like that. That's always been fascinating and always intrigued me. But when it came to marketing, sales, conversion, stats, numbers, all of that was foreign to me. So I think that's why gaven intrigued me so much about the way he actually ran his business. It was more or less like, you're not going to take the easy road out. You're going to learn HTML. You're going to learn how to test and track. If we got to stay on the webinar for 3 hours and I have to answer all y'all questions, then that's what we're going to do. It's not too many leaders out there right now that's willing to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. We have plenty of leaders out there. We have plenty of leaders out there in their own respective rights that's doing extremely well, magnificent things within their industry. But right now, I'm talking about, transparency, opening up your business, not really worrying about if someone else is going to come in. If, he could have 400, 500, 600 people on the webinar at any given time, and he'll show all his stats. Like, I remember when I was on a webinar with MLSP and gaven was on there, and he was doing the solo ad secret. It had to be over 1,800 people on the webinar, they said. And gaven was literally walking you through step by step, basically creating competition for himself. But because of the type of mindset that he had, he didn't look at it as competition. He looked at it as, well, if you win, I win. And that's a rare quality to find in anybody. So honestly, if he can take me from a security officer to an entrepreneur, I'm 100% sure that no matter what level you may be at or what you may be struggling with in your business, maximum leverage truly can help you as well. So my recommendation is jump in. Whether you click the link at the bottom or you go find maximum leverage on your own, just get in. Because this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Thanks again for watching the video. My name is Willie Prevost Jr., and I'll talk to you soon.